Hello everyone, this is Malke Asaad and welcome back to the channel. Many students take dedicated research time to improve their CV and get more research experience and more publications. But is it possible to study for exams while you're doing research? Let's go over the advantages and disadvantages of preparing for an exam while doing research and whether this is a good option for you. The first thing that you need to know is how many hours a day you'll be working during research. Research is more task-driven rather than time-driven. And what I mean by that, sometimes you have to work to meet deadlines for meetings or submission for a journal, and you have to work as much as needed, maybe 8 or 10 hours a day for 5 or 6 days a week, depending on the task. While at other times, it could be less busy and 4 or 5 hours a day might be enough because you might be waiting for supplies or other authors to finish their part of the work or a statistician. But generally, I would say researchers work around 8 hours a day for 5 days a week. Another important aspect is how many projects you'll be working on during your research time. Some mentors are extremely busy in research and they might assign you to different projects at the same time, which would give you less time to study. One way to know about that is asking the previous research fellows who worked with your mentor about the time expectations, number of projects at one time, and how many hours does your mentor expect you to work in a week. Finally, you have to ask yourself, what is the goal of your research time? Is it to finish projects by time, meet expectations, and use the extra time for studying for an exam? Or is it to exceed expectations, finish projects before the deadlines, and take on more research projects whenever you're done? Let me give you an example. Let's say your mentor gave you a task of 300 patients to finish by 3 months. And you calculated the amount of time required to finish that project, and it turned out to be 3 to 4 hours a day. And you used the extra time for studying. In this scenario, you finished the project on time, you met expectations, and you finished the exam at the same time. The other scenario is working 8 or 10 hours a day, finishing the project in 1 month instead of 3, and you took on more research projects with the extra time. In this scenario, you were able to impress your mentor that you can finish projects very quickly, and you got the chance to work on more research projects, establish more connections with the other faculty. So I've seen people that got good outcomes with both scenarios, the studying with the exam or doing full-time research. I personally prefer to finish all my exams before doing my research to optimize my productivity and get more research experience. But again, I found some people did the studying with the exam and some did the full-time research, and both had good outcomes in the residency match. So in summary, if you want to prepare for an exam while doing research, you have to take several factors into consideration. How many hours you'll be working a day, how many projects you'll be assigned to, and the types of tasks you'll be doing. Also, what's your goal of research? If you want to optimize your productivity, you'd probably finish your exams prior to doing research and dedicate all the research time for doing research. If you finish an exam while doing the research, you can do that, but that will lead to the reduced amount of papers and projects you'll be working on. That brings us to the end of our video today. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you like the video, please subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Malke Asaad. Thank you everyone for watching, and see you in future videos.